Now, one of the oldest team competitions in sport, the Davis Cup, gets underway today in Madrid. The tennis tournament will have a new and very different format, much more like football's World Cup. Already, though, there has been some criticism. So let's speak to Holly Hamilton, who joins us live from the BBC Sports Centre. And Holly, so the new format I'm talking about, just take me through it.
Yes, well, we'll start with some pretty blunt words, will you, from Gerard Piqué. He's the Barcelona footballer who's the man behind these changes. His investment group's been fronting it. He says that sometimes things have to change or they die. That's his explanation, basically. His input in itself, actually, Matthew, has led to quite a bit of criticism, if I'm honest. A lot of people questioning why a Spanish footballer is dismantling one of tennis's oldest sporting traditions. But it was pretty clear to other people that change was crucial. Now, with the old format, that was played across 8 weeks, right across the year. They were staged both at home and away venues. And the problem was there was an increasing number of the top 10 players who were pulling out of those events because of their already packed, busy schedules. So you can understand why change had to take place. So they've revamped the tournament. They've turned it into this season-ending 18-team event, as you say, quite similar to football's World Cup. But if you can imagine a World Cup without Ronaldo or without Lionel Messi, that's the problem we've got here with the likes of Roger Federer not taking part. And it has led to a lot of criticism too. The finals are being held in Madrid, at one venue, of course, in this round-robin format, going into a knockout phase in the finals. And the problem is things are always going to be very, very difficult when you make changes to such an old tradition like the Davis Cup. Yep. So there's always going to be some problems.
Yep, and the criticism, you've gone through some of it, but I mean, the big-name players not playing in Davis Cup, that was a real problem. This time round, they've got Murray, they've got Djokovic, they've got Nadal, all there in Madrid. So that side of things, they do seem to be making progress, but there is a worry around the atmosphere, whether fans will actually travel, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you're right. There's going to be quite a lot of big names there. You've got 11 of the world's top 20 best singles players competing, including the likes of Novak Djokovic and Rafa Nadal, and Britain's 3-time Grand Slam champion Andy Murray, of course. But yeah, imagine, you know, as I say, Ronaldo not playing at the World Cup, and you've got Roger Federer pulling out. He failed to qualify, or his nation failed to qualify, I should say, and also he didn't get a wild card. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he doesn't really see eye to eye with Gerard Piqué. There were a lot of reports in the Swiss media, the fact that he was a bit confused as to why a Spanish footballer had anything to do with tennis. He also said that was strange. He says a footballer like that shouldn't be coming into our world. And he said that the Davis Cup should not become the Piqué Cup. And look, he's not alone in that criticism too. We've got the Australian captain, Leighton Hewitt, who said earlier this year, it's like me coming out and making changes to the Champions League. Britain's Andy Murray, though, who is competing, he's been a little bit fairer, a little bit more supportive. He says that he's quite open to change, and he says he's urging everyone to maybe just give it a chance.
Give it a chance. Well, we shall see. Holly Hamilton, thanks very much for taking us through the new style Davis Cup. Thanks very much. Now, do stay with us because we're going to take a short break. When we're back, we'll have much more on that situation over my shoulder, the situation in Hong Kong, because we know hundreds of protesters, students, are still barricaded inside that Polytechnic University, surrounded by riot police. They've been told to surrender. One of them was talking on the programme in the last hour, saying, "We will never give in." He plans to actually stay inside that university campus. So that, again, has come to a head. That standoff, very, very tense there on the ground. So plenty more on Hong Kong coming up on the programme. Also on today's Global, a miniature book written by a 14-year-old Charlotte Bronte for her toy soldiers sells for over $500,000 today at auction. So we'll bring you that story. So all of that coming up on today's Global in our next edition. Don't go away.